Students come to grounds to learn, but often along the way have healthcare needs that are taken care of by the university. That support is said to be among the best in the nation. Sanaya Hubbard has details on what makes that UVA student care stand out.
UVA Student Health and Wellness Center this year ranked second best in the nation according to the Princeton Review latest Best Colleges Guidebook.
Our center, this department of student health and wellness is comprised of a number of components, and it's one of the few in the country that is multidisciplinary.
While this year's ranking is a slight drop from the #1 spot for the last 3 years, Chris Holsted says the recognition highlights an ongoing trust with the student body.
It reflects the commitment by the University of Virginia, our donors, our board of visitors, our administration to have the resources for the students when it comes to both health, support, well-being, right, as our students come in from all over the world.
Last year, the clinic recorded 150,000 visits, and UVA Disability Center provided specialized help for 1 in every 8 students. Much of that has been made possible since the school's new building opened in 2020, giving staff the space and resources needed to expand services. The top 3 student health centers on the Princeton list are University of Chicago, UVA, and Vanderbilt. In studio, Sanaya Hubbard, 29.